Hey, how's it going? I'm Dan Fradenburgh, and this is for Chess with Commercial Real Estate Investors. I'm a commercial real estate guy, and so is my guest, George Roberts III Ph.D. How are you doing today, George?
Doing well, Dan.
Excellent.
Doing well. Thank you. Thank you for having me on. Exciting. I love the theme of the show. One of a kind. You're totally unique. I love it.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, I appreciate the vote of confidence. I just dropped the challenge link in here. We're going to do
Yes.
something a little bit different this time, which is we're going to play a faster format because George just told me that he plays these faster formats with his son. So now it's your move to start off. So it'll abort if you don't move in the next 10 seconds, it says.
Okay. Okay. All right. All
Okay,
right.
cool. So we got our first move. So let's do this. So George, last year, the year before, a lot of your outbound marketing, your public persona has been the data scientist of real estate, which is fantastic, especially because my binge recently on data has been on the numbers that chess gives you so that you get to have the feeling of being a pro athlete, even when you're a rank amateur. So,
Yeah. Great. So that's what I'm feeling like right now. It's been a while since I've I've done this with any seriousness.
right, right. I love it. I love it. And but these days, one thing that I'm finding is really exciting as far as your own personal branding and what you're up to. It's about living life to its fullest. And I like it because there's a certain disingenuous pattern in real estate, which is people they'll rent a Lamborghini, they'll rent a $30,000 watch, they'll get one night stay at a luxury Airbnb, and impress all their 20 something friends with their remarkable levels of success that's utterly fabricated. So I really like that whole branding that you've started to develop, and I know that some of it has to do with going dancing, things like that. You want to say a thing or two about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I have to say that you don't really have to do things expensively. Whatever your budget, you should be able to go out and live more passionately. The idea of putting things off until tomorrow. I mean, oh, good work there, Dan. I was putting off reading my book about chess until tomorrow, and now look where that's got me. Looks like I'm in check. It doesn't even notify you that you're in check, does it?
Yeah, it makes a little click, but the only way that you'll be able to tell is whenever you click on any of the pieces, it'll show you the legal moves, and you'll notice that only your bishop, knight, and pawn yeah, king and pawn can be moved. So.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, yeah, good work. Yeah, and that helps, especially when you're playing speed chess here.
Right, exactly. So George is the first person who's opted in for these faster formats, and we're going to be struggling like crazy just to stay coherent, I think. It's
I think that's where we're at. We were talking about some pretty deep stuff before you put me in check.
right, right, exactly. It's what's that Mike Tyson quote about everybody has a plan until you get
Until
punched
they
in the
get punched
face?
in the face. You got
Yeah,
it.
that's the truth. That's the truth. So that's exciting stuff. But one other thing that I'm really interested in that, yeah, the two of us have discussed very, very briefly. But I mentioned your PhD before, and that was in microbiology. And I heard that you ended up naming about 100 types of bacteria or something like that.
Yeah, that probably would have been a good idea. Probably at least as good of an idea as actually reading the the chess book. Yeah, what I did there just didn't make any sense at all. Yeah, you're pretty good at this game, Dan.
Well, I, I, I
I
I
asked you to.
appreciate it. It's like honestly, so much of it is just preparing for very specific goals and knowing how they come out. But I had an enormous amount of anxiety about playing humans, and I ripped the Band-Aid this year, mostly because I wanted to. My son took a shine to this game, and I wanted to show him by example what it means to prepare seriously. And when I'm saying that, I mean like what sort of like if you were to run into somebody who wanted Olympic level preparation for their matches, what would that look like? And it would be playing way more than anybody is really comfortable doing, I think. So, as part of my preparation this year, I've played about 2,600 games, which that's a pretty intense number, I think, for a
I
lot of
like
people.
it. Well, practice definitely has its advantages.
Yeah,
All
definitely.
right.
So I got,
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I just don't even know what to do. Yeah, good stuff, my friend. All right.
so the PhD I mentioned,
Oh,
like
right.
it had to
Yes.
do with brewing as well, didn't it?
Um, yeah, here, just give me a second.
Right, sure. So I should also I'll talk to the audience for a moment while you think. So the idea behind this show was there are a few going on. One of them was there's that show on YouTube where they eat these spicy chicken wings, and it gets gradually more and more awkward as a result. And that's fun, but I don't think it's quite as much fun as like some people will actually start harboring resentment over chess.
Resentment. Okay, yeah, I definitely had harbor any resentment over this, but I think that this licking is going to teach me about preparation, my friend. Yes.
It's
Uh-huh.
well, it's only the first one. We'll get another one.
Oh, there's more.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So we're gonna do this.
I thought this was going to be a short interview. Yeah, so my PhD. So I did a whole bunch of things. First thing is that I had the opportunity to figure out how organisms transition from one environment to another.
Hmm.
We were one of the earlier gene expression studies using microarrays, and that to me was just very exciting to be working with great new technology, and the work was very, very well received. And I think there's a lot of lessons that go along with that. That when you,
10 seconds. Ten
when you're the
seconds.
first out, it makes a big deal. It makes a big difference. Yes.
Right, right. Eight.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Quickly.
Thank you. Thank you. What happens? Do I lose if I don't move in 10 seconds? Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
If
Well,
you
I'm
run
not
out
going
of
to force
time,
it to
it's
you.
all over. And so you got that trapped pretty well. Let's do that then.
Yeah, nice. Nice. Just nice is all I can say.
Oh,
Oops.
there you go. There's the first one. Okay, so I'll
Wait,
hit
wait, wait.
re.
What happened? Did you
Yeah, you
did I
ran out
not
of
move in 10
time.
seconds?
Yeah, you
Oh
ran
my
out of time because
goodness.
it's a 3 minute game. So I just hit the
Okay.
reset, the rematch button, and chances are we'll switch colors, but it should be a little pop up in the bottom right hand corner. But I love hanging out with
Oh,
people who
got it.
know a part of the world that I definitely dropped the ball on. And there are a couple subjects in high school and whatnot that I dropped as soon as humanly possible. As soon as they weren't required, I didn't take them. One of them was French. Oh, you got three. Oh, there you go. Good. One of them was French. I stopped that really early because I figured that my livelihood is never going to depend on the economy of Quebec. And so far, that's not entirely wrong. But it's funny that I decided to move here. But the other one was biology. I really did not dig into biology, and I've tried since knowing you to recall, the different reasons that that came to be the case. I think part of it is just icky yucky biology stuff was one of the reasons, and the other one, I think this is ironic given my linguistic history now. I didn't want to memorize a bunch of Latin words because I figured that that would be difficult for me, and then it just turned out that I was incorrect on that. But
Yeah, you seem to be pretty good at memorizing those Chinese words.
right, right. It's and that's the funny thing though is like that's absolutely work. 100% for sure it's work, and that's one of the main things that I try. That's a freebie.
Oh, yeah, good work.
So, yeah, chess is another one that I found where sitting there and thinking about it, it was not enough. It's absolutely experience. So you start to get into pattern recognition. But so it sounds like the side of biology that you focused on, it sounds like it was more the simpler organisms, and it wasn't like, entire nervous systems of like a human or something like that. Is that accurate?
Well, that's certainly where I started out. I started out as a microbiologist, working with bacteria, did yeast. I also studied Drosophila using, well, yeast-2 hybrid system, but that's really more fly research there. Then I actually did work in physiology for a little while. Okay, okay, you're making me think now.
Right, right. This
I
is
gotta figure out.
so hard
I
to
gotta
do
figure
both at
out
the same
why
time.
you do that there. Okay, I think I know sort of what I'm going to do. All right.
You can have a bishop if you want.
Thanks. I only have 10 seconds to think about why you made that move.
Oh yeah, no, no. It does show your timer. So right now you got 3 minutes and 30 seconds
Oh,
to
3 minutes and 30
beat me.
seconds.
Yeah, but you
Where's
get
the
two
time?
seconds of increment on each move.
Oh,
So
3:27.
right.
Oh, I see. So it'll eventually increment down if I all right, all right, I'll take the bait. I don't know. I don't know
Oh no,
why.
yeah, my joke there was had to do with the fact that you can have the bishop because I just took the rook.
Oh, thank you. I didn't even notice that. I was thinking about my biological career. I was totally in science land.
Right. This is absolutely brutal. So I've also heard some people, particularly, I remember one chiropractor mentioning it specifically. He said that it's unhealthy for men to multitask, and I don't know. Okay, so because I studied engineering, I'm willing to stick my neck out there and say that there is such a thing called pseudoscience. I'm not mentioning like the name of the chiropractor, so I'm a little bit safer on that. But
Wait, wait, it's my turn. Oh my goodness.
sorry
How
about
did you
that.
do that? Yeah, okay, yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to say pseudoscience, but I will use the term psychobabble. So much
Psychobabble.
psychology is just nonsense. Um,
It's true. Yeah, it's a fair chunk of it is definitely not very well thought of.
Not up
Oh,
to my standards, that's for sure. Oh, work there. Yeah. Hopefully, I'm thinking through my chess moves better than the psychobabblers.
right, right, right. So, one way that I know that I've seen so far that you are living life to the fullest, it's also, what do you want to call it? Taking some chances with fashion, like being a little bit more. I'm not even sure what the appropriate word is. Like I'm just saying that like most people don't wear dancing apparel unless they're going out, and I suppose you're like that's true of you as well. But on social media, it's something refreshing and new to watch people express that they're able to live their best life.
Well, absolutely. I guess you could say flamboyant, perhaps. But whatever you call it, without a doubt, I do greatly appreciate just having fun.
Right, right.
I mean, I'm having fun getting beaten here. I mean, I don't even know what I'm going to do. Oh, I'm already in check, of
Well,
course.
you know that even though I have a troll side, I like to joke around and stuff. Courtesy and manners are very important to me, and I'm aware that your weekly meetup is starting in 8 minutes, so that's why I know I have to be a little bit more on the aggressive side. So we'll
Is
just
it, is
chalk it
it,
up.
you have to be a little more on the aggressive side. Am I not in checkmate here?
Not in checkmate, no. No.
Okay, so there's one valid move. Oh, actually, yeah, here I get it. There's this valid move that I can make. Uh, yeah, I don't even know which move is even any better at this point.
Yeah. So I think I have to zigzag.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you definitely have a pretty clear path to victory, it seems.
Yeah.
Reasonably clear. Um,
Oh. So let's. So yeah, you got 10 seconds. So I guess I'll talk. So that's on Wednesdays. It's for commercial real estate syndicators, but also people who are in other types of real estate as well. I believe. Oh, and there goes the time. So that
all right, good work
was
there.
really cool. I like having the faster ones, especially as an experiment. I know it's definitely not for everybody. Going on it's even talking and playing chess at times. It is brutal. I pride myself as someone. I had a best friend where I'd ask him a question and it would take about 15 minutes to make sure that I was asking the question that would bring the solution to what I was actually trying to find out. Because sometimes it'd be about insurance or education policy, like who knows what it is, right? And then the answer would be about 45 minutes long. And because he was a physician, I waited very patiently and listened to make sure that, my questions, my interjections hadn't already been answered. And so I pride myself as somebody who remembers his train of thought, even when things are difficult to do that. But this format is just absolutely brutal. But I do hope to have you back on again. I look forward to doing all this stuff. I know that LinkedIn is a great channel to connect with you and your commercial real estate activities. YouTube, you have your YouTube channel, so you should definitely subscribe because that's absolutely free and it helps the creator a whole lot. LinkedIn's great for reaching me as well. I got this pretty distinct last name, makes it easy to find. But George, is that the best way for people to reach out? Do you have anything you want to add before we give people the rest of their day?
Oh, hey, I love it. That's absolutely perfect. That's where you can find me. And thank you so much, Dan. Greatly appreciate the opportunity to come on your show today.
All right. Thanks, George. Talk to you soon.
Thank you. Yeah. Talk to you in a minute. I hope.
Does nothing but put more money in the pot.
Right.
If we talk about just the investor side, I mean, Shane talked about the sponsor side a little bit. I'll talk about the investor side. Okay, so you want the most money in terms of return with the least risk. All right, you want to do it yourself? You can go get 13 or 14%. You're going to do all the underwriting. It's not going to be passive.
If you bet, probably not.
I think I'd have to bet at least 2,500 before they fold.
And the pot is
4,000.
4,000. Yeah, I think you're right, but I'd rather just check.
Okay.
First position, you have the right of collection and the right of foreclosure or sheriff's sale, wherever you're at.